Good shot. Good board. Ooh. Oh, that was me. That's my fault. The block.
Okay, 13-14. Let's go. Gotta get a stop here. We got a good one, Shake. I know when you're quiet, you're locked.
Hi, and welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. So with Bryant sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. They've got T. Rose is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's the great one, and for Minnesota, the wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. The two towering figures inside for him, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley. In at the one. And Greg, taking a look at this one here tonight, the clash at the guard positions really stands out.
No question about it. Both teams rely heavily on their backcourts to get it done, and I'm interested to see which backcourt brings it tonight.
Now here is Conley. Rose with the block. Into the lane, and a strong finish with two hands.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Conley again throws. Conley's shot is off. From past the arc, trains the three-pointer.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
He kicks it to Edwards. Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Wade. By himself, and it's Wade slamming it down.
And once Wade grabs the steal, he is off to the races. How about that aggressiveness for a mindset?
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Passes it to Gobert. Looking to end the run. Out to Edwards. Fires for three. They grab their own miss.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first man.
The great one passes to Wade. Back to Rose. The tray. And the Heat. Another three.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout, and this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
An interconference matchup. Last season, they went 2-0 against this club.
And guys, when you've got two teams like these on the playoff bubble, every game matters. This should be a good one.
Make some noise.
Conley with it. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Wade. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Three-pointer, and the Heat, another three.
They're great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
Timberwolves have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Conley, the pass to McDaniels. Outside, Towns. Poked away. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's the great one. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Timberwolves trailed by 17. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Gobert reverses. He lays it in.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
For Miami, they've gotten off to a tremendous start. 7 of 7 here in the first quarter. Rose passes to T. Takes the three. And the Heat, another three.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Oh,
Goodness. Mercy, mercy me. Boy, we know how athletic Rose is, guys, but he's also excellent at anticipating on defense.
and so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Wade kicks to Rose. T, the pass to the great one. Lets it go with a three. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stakes for the Heat?
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
And also, how about how disruptive they've been on defense? Not allowing the opposition to get comfortable, and also being able to create a lot of steals as well.
Wade against Edwards. And the pass to Towns. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Heat leading by 23. Here's the great one. And the Heat, another three.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Conley kicks to McDaniels. And the Heat, another three.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Conley against Rose. Pass to Towns. Here's T. In the game against Boston, very impressive. Here's the great one in a big-time jam right there.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Outside Edwards. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Now, here's Wade. McDaniels defending. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. As a player, what's your main focus in these early stages of the season, Clark?
You know, Kevin, I think the biggest thing is just building chemistry, getting a level of comfort with one another, learning tendencies and preferences. Chemistry is the key at this time of the season.
Miami shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses. We've seen some amazing offensive performances recently. Is it possible someone could match Wilt's 100-point game?
Look, Kevin, I don't know if I'm ready to go that far, but I also said I'd never see a 16 beat a 1 in the NCAA tournament. It's happened twice in the last 5 years, so never say never, but you got to think, you're seeing teams put up 165, 170 points in a game. Could a player get 100 of those? I think it's possible.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Shoots it. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Miami's ball. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road. But they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Towns. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Monte Morris subbed in for Mike Conley. Minnesota shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And the technical free throw is good. Out to Morris. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Second in opponent points per game. And they were in the top 10 in steals. It was one of those things we always heard about last season. Get a little sloppy with the ball, and they will make you pay.
Not too many people recall their free throw shooting last season, but it really was outstanding. D8, when they got chances at the line, they made the most of them. Just 4 to shoot.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after those.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
To the left wing, here's Alexander Walker. And it's Wade with the rebound.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
This one for 3, and the Heat, another 3.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Now here's Anderson. Tight defense on him. Pass to Reid. Over to the left wing. Here's Alexander Walker. Wade is covering. Reid misses.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against against him.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Kicks to Anderson. To end the run. And it's Miami with the rebound. Got a piece of it. Passes it to T. And that one is hammered home.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Anderson outside. Now the pass to Reed. Back to Anderson. Lets a floater go. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Morris outside. Clock at 6. 18 feet out.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
Yeah, and it's been ugly. I mean, really ugly. They need to find a way to get a few easy baskets to try to build some confidence and some momentum.
Lets it go from deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Knocked away. 6 on the shot clock. Anderson passes to Alexander Walker.
And you know what? Call it great defense or a poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaden McDaniels. The Heat have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
And he makes the first. Kobe's checked in for Miami. Jordan comes in for Wade. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And Minnesota has possession. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Anderson. Pass to Reed. Can they get it? Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Bryant passes to the great one. Launches it. And Kobe Bryant hits from deep.
You know, you've got to guard Kobe the moment he crosses half court. He's got that kind of range, and he doesn't have any reservations about letting it fly.
Here's Anderson. Tries again. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And this is why you just can't give Jordan a running start. I mean, once he has that, the launch pad is set, and he's going to ecstasy right through the air and on top of your head.
Here's Alexander Walker. No scoring in this one. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And finish off by Bryant.
Boy, Kobe wanted to dish out some pain with that one. He put some hurt on the rack there.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Morris against Rose. At the top of the key, Reed. That's tipped. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Here's the great one. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And so it's the Miami Heat, able to put on a show for the ages. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of... time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
The two towering figures inside for him, Towns and Gobert. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Conley, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolkes. Towns against Giannis. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Gobert. Towns has got his first 2 points.
And you see Towns with those big mitts, able to control the basketball on the dribble. That's where the size of your hands can be a nice asset for you.
Edwards can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Larson. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Out to Conley. Here's the 3. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Drills it from outside.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Here's the great one. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Boston.
And he was also a big factor for them defensively. I think he tallied 4 blocks in the game.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Alexander Walker to stop the run, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, much respect for the defense of Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic at getting his hands up to block shots.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Clock at 4. For 3, Edwards. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Monday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets. For Miami, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It's almost illegal. Somebody as big as Giannis shouldn't really have that quick of a first step.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Towns, no luck.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Here is Conley. Still yet to score. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Towns is doubled. They could use a bucket. Conley's shot is off.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now. You know, Westbrook will not let an opportunity to embarrass his defender go wanting. Oh, my goodness, what a move.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We have seen officials cracking down in recent years on traveling violations. The sense from the league was with the freedom of movement rule changes, it was becoming almost impossible to defend if ball handlers get away with, let's call it, extra footwork. It's been an adjustment for the players, but they're talented enough to make that adjustment. Kevin?
Yeah, they are. You're right. A high skill level indeed. DA, thank you. Here's the great one. Oh,
man. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Outside, Towns. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Towns. Fades away. It's good from inside.
An absolute beast in the pick and roll. Towns rolls off, ready to score. Doesn't disappoint either.
Hey, Greg, even by modern big man standards, Karl Anthony Towns can really shoot the three.
Yeah, and the only center to win a three-point shooting contest. Towns has developed a terrific stroke. He just shoots the ball as well as most of the guards in our league.
The Heat have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And he hits the first of 3. Greg, there has been some talk of having overtime played to a target score. Can you make the case for that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, more certainty on how long the broadcast will go, right, Kevin? And protecting players from the heavy minute loads that can result from those games that go into multiple overtimes. So I like that idea.
And he makes all 3.
They're not leaving any points at the free throw line this quarter. That's really the best way to protect the lead.
It's Edwards on the wing. Wade is covering. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 5. The wing jumper off target.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Here's the great one. He's got 9. Passes it to Giannis. Banked in off the glass. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Gobert, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's the great one. Giannis left side. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Conley. No good again that time.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution. Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
There's the pass to Gobert. Pass to Alexander Walker. Over Jordan. And the rejection by Giannis.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column. And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Wade against Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker. Another miss by Minnesota.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Wade dishes to Jordan. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Towns. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Miami. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Poked loose, and Gobert kicks to Edwards. From outside, off the mark.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's the great one. And again, Miami with the triple.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Conley finds Edwards. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Launches a 3, and the Heat another 3.
Wade, that time, just ran away from the pack. Tremendous speed.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And the rejection by Giannis. Wade with it. Picked up by Edwards. Here's the great one. Sinks the three-pointer. The great one's got 17.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Outside Conley, and there's the pass to Gobert. Shot clock at 6 to halt the run, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. There's the drive.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And here's Gobert. Pass to Alexander Walker. Out to the wing. Conley left side. Shoots. Offensive rebound. Towns. Misses from close range.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Three-pointer, Wade, and the Heat. Another three.
Boy, I like how Wade commits to his shots with confidence, even when the defense is trying to give him some trouble.
And another fast break chance here for the Heat. Here we go.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
1:27 left in the first half of the game. And stolen by Jordan. Lets the three fly. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
Edwards passes to Alexander Walker. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Down low, Towns with the steal. Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
There's 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Wade passes to Larson. Here's the great one. And another basket for Miami.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here is Conley. D right on him. Inside. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Conley. Towns has got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
But great one with the bucket.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And so it's Miami with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, they made a run there at the end. How did that happen?
We didn't do a good job of closing the half. We got to contain them from not making shots. We just got to do a better job.
We'll see if you can do that. Thanks, Carl. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was all about Miami as the game got going. Seemingly flawless as the game got underway, they were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. They were hot as the first quarter came to a close, making all 5 of their last 5 shots of the period. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, Some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, let's get your take on Miami.
The work they put in on the glass has been the difference maker. Truly an all-hands-on-deck attack. Give them credit for being the more aggressive team. Rebounding is one of the stats that sometimes gets overlooked, but not tonight.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, they need to change their strategy. We can see that. Jacking up three-pointers left and right, many of them contested or from deep range, just isn't the way to play basketball, fellas.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half of honest. We'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Derrick Rose is out there with Jordan. Then there's the Great One. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Here's the Great One, Gobert with the block.
He's led the league in blocks before. No surprise Gobert sent that shot back.
Six to shoot. Here's the Great One, defended by Gobert, and the shot goes in.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tipped away. In transition, here comes Miami. Outside Butler. For three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Butler stroking it nicely. Good touch from outside the arc.
Edwards against Jordan. Outside, Towns. Pass to Conley. He kicks to Edwards. 5 on the clock. He can't get that one to fall. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Rose. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Conley surveying the D, and stolen by Jordan. And it's the Heat on the break. The finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Rose against Conley. Edwards passes to Gobert. And stolen by Jordan. He takes it in, and Jordan throws it down.
Always looking to drive in attack mode constantly. When the D gives him a lane, he tears him up.
Jordan's gotten all 6 of his shots to drop perfect from the floor. To the inside. Edwards, that's good.
And with that one, we halt an 11-0 run by the Heat.
For Miami, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency.
You know, what you love about Mike Conley, he's a leader by example.
The epitome of a terrific point guard and teammate. True professional in every sense of the word, on and off the floor. He plays and he teaches and mentors. I could see him, if he desired, being a really good head coach someday.
Gobert finds Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by Rose.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
It's Edwards on the wing. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Conley. It's deflected. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. and power down the champ.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And stolen by Jordan. Passes to the great one. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
First personal foul.
With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Heat in second.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Towns. And Morris subbed in for Mike Conley. And then for Miami, T comes in for Butler. And it's Bryant in for Michael Jordan. And so he hits both. The Timberwolves have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. And yes, it's good. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Back to Kobe. Here's the great one. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area. Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
And that one is stuffed right through.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Fires the three. And again, Miami with the triple. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Miami.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
You know, something else that catches my eye is the fact that they have blocked a bunch of shots. I mean, the block shot totals, extremely impressive. The defensive intensity, top level.
And the Heat, another three.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Morris. Now here's Reid. Defense is right there. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Morris. How he performed last season. Last year, averaged 10 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And always nice to have a guy like him who can
defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
The great one with the bucket.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA has relaxed the rules that prohibited scouting high school games. With some one-and-done players sitting out their lone college season or getting hurt, the teams needed the chance to scout them even earlier. Also, with these new pro youth leagues where NBA scouting is permitted, the sense was there was an inconsistency that needed to be remedied. Kevin?
Yeah, makes sense. DA, thanks. The pass to the great one. For the three. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Wants to get it to Reed, and does.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Bryant against Edwards. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's the great one, and he has 42. 5 to shoot. With down it goes!
Take that rack
What
down!
a slam!
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Here's Anderson, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Miami controlling the game. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Minnesota with the ball. Miami grabs the miss.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Here's the great one. McDaniels defending. Here's the great one. And the Heat, another three.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
The Timberwolves shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Pass to Anderson. Up top, Reed. Shot to stop the run. That's tipped. Here's the great one. Guarded by Reed. Here's the great one. Another bucket. Wow.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Rose against Morris. Pass to Reed. And it's the Great One with the rebound. The Great One's got his 7th rebound here tonight. 2 points. That one goes. The Great One's got 54 points.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Rose passes to the Great One. Connects again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And the Timberwolves with possession. Knocks it loose. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And now a look at the numbers for Edwards. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in steals and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year, always a threat to cause a turnover. Here's the Great One. And again, Miami with the triple.
How about the range on that?
jump shot. I love seeing this guy when he's in form.
Morris outside. Passes it to Reed. 1:46 left in the third. Trying to end the drought. And it's the Great One with the rebound. The Great One's got 8 rebounds in this game.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's Morris. Nice D from Rose.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Greg, taking a look at Monte Morris for a second, you got to be inspired by his terrific story.
I mean, from late second-round pick to a seasoned NBA player, Morris never gave up on himself and continues to impress with each passing season.
Minnesota with the ball. Now here's Edwards. He's got 8. And good that time. Reeves got 5 points so far.
You know, the defense locked so much into Edwards that it creates opportunities for others.
Here's the Great One. And good. He hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Reed kicks to Edwards. Four on the shot clock. From the high post. It's hauled in by the Heat. The Great One's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Three-pointer. And got it. Another basket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Miami Heat holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Timeout called. The Heat. We've seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments.
They've got Warren, and it's Moore in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Hot loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. A-Train, the pass to the great one. Jacks up a three. And again, Miami with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Got a piece of it. Here's Ware. The pass to Larson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's the great one. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. It sure does look good.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Warren on the wing. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
Warren's showing you right there that he's more than willing to get his hands dirty and get to the offensive glass.
Here's A-Train. Here's the great one. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
No good from Moore. For Miami, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's the great one, driving to the basket.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. McLaughlin, the pass to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Pass to the great one. From deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Passes it to Garza. Here's McLaughlin. It's deflected. Clark, I'm not sure there's been another era in the NBA with so many fantastic passers at every position.
Yeah, you know, I think it's a function of what we saw going back into the 80s with Bird and Magic and how they shared the ball and were such great passers. Then you had another group of outstanding playmakers at the point guard spot and on the wings. So now centers at this particular stage in the game's evolution are playmakers, excellent passers, and are players that teams can run their offense through. So I think it's just been kind of a natural evolution because of the skill level of all players when it comes to passing.
Ware passes to the great one. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Jordan McLaughlin.
Anthony Towns, Mike Conley.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He's all alone. The pass to Larson. Here's the great one. And he jams it with authority.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now Conley. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Warren. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose. Towns dishes to Warren. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. To the wing on the left. Here's the great one. And the Heat, another three.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Pass to Garza. Back to Warren. Pass to Garza. Here's Alexander Walker. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's the great one, defended by Gobert. Here's the great one. And again, Miami with the triple.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Poked away. Here's A-Train. Ware passes to the great one. Nice spin off the left rim and in. The great one's got 45 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Conley, the pass to Towns. Here we are looking around the NBA. Clark, which division do you think is the strongest overall?
I think it's pretty clear, man. You look at that Pacific division out west, you're talking Clippers, Lakers, Warriors, Kings, Suns. Show me another division that can match that for entertainment value, quality of number of all-stars, and caliber of the teams. That's the one.
Here's the great one. Wade outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the great one. And it's Miami with another.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Conley with it. At the top of the key, Gobert. And the pass to Alexander Walker. Can they get it? And Gobert kicks to Warren. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Warren takes what the defense gives him there, making use of the mid-range stroke.
Here's the great one, defended by Gobert. Good, that's another bucket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here's Conley outside. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Ware. Pass to the great one. The 19-foot shot. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Pass to Gobert. And the NBA last season, Clark setting records in attendance. Fans are pouring into the arenas on a nightly basis.
Well, it's a great game. I mean, you and I are biased, Kevin. We love the NBA. I played in it, you broadcasted for a long time. But I do think there's another element, not just the excellence of the players, but the parity that exists now. There are a lot more teams that are playoff worthy, and that keeps them and I think their fans engaged as well.
Ware passes to the great one. And he makes good on the layup. The great one's got 56 points in the game.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Conley. It's tipped. Passes it to Larson. Here's the great one. Good, he hits again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And here is Conley. They need this, and it's good on the way in.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anderson, he's checked in for Warren, and Monte Morris subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Alexander Walker. There's the pass to Morris. Now here's Gobert. With the floater. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. And it's good for two. Miami controlling the game. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to the great one. And these days, you know, Clark, the trade for a star player takes a stockpile of draft picks, doesn't it?
Well, that seems to be the one way you can assure yourself of getting a proven star somewhere in the area of his prime. You know, and it doesn't always work out for both parties. Teams typically, in that case, would have to mortgage a bit of their future to get a player of that caliber. So it is tilted towards more risk than reward in most of those scenarios.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Towns wide open. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Miami.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Anderson against Butler. Towns looking it over. And the wide open shot from Morris. Again, the miss by Morris. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up with the Heat. A-Train, the pass to Ware. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's the great one. And the shot goes down.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Anderson against Butler. Morris outside. Here's Alexander Walker. That's tipped. They retain possession.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Giannis, obviously a big matchup tonight. How locked in were you all tonight?
We came out tonight. We knew it was going to be a tough game. We played hard, we played together, and that's why we got the win. And I'm really proud of my teammates.
Well, it was a team effort that led to a big W, man. I appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.